Baldur's Gate 3 is full of surprises and twists and turns everywhere throughout your game. One of those surprises may be an undead dragon. Yes, that's right. If you scour every corner of your world somewhere in the third act, you will come across none other than an undead dragon. Now, I'm going to try and do this without actually spoiling any of the storyline itself, because yes, there is storyline attached to it. However, within this area, you get to fight an undead dragon, and you also get two rather unique pieces of loot here. You get a helmet that you don't even have to battle the dragon for. And you also get perhaps the most powerful greatsword in the game. Now, all of that sounds absolutely amazing, but in order to get those goodies and, of course, have one of the toughest fights you will face in the game, you first have to find this dragon lair. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, exactly where it's located, and show you the stats of the dragon that you'll be fighting as well. Now, if we bring up the map, you can see exactly where we are. And if we go in the double doors here, go through these first double doors on the left and then take the steps down to the prison. Now, you're probably going to have a character to talk your way in. I believe you're not actually supposed to be in the prison itself, so you're going to have to find a way to get into the prison first of all. Now, here on the left, right at the back here, are two little dragon torches. Now, those two dragon torches have to be lit by electrical means. Any way you want to do it, you need to burst ball some electric at each of those bits, and then the passageway will open. Now, after a little while, you'll get to a little area and you'll see there being a locked door. Well, in order to open that locked door, you need to pass 4 different trials. And I'm going to show you the answer to every single trial here. And that way it will help hopefully you get into that locked door. Now, some of these puzzles can be a little bit tricky at first, but I'm going to show you the shortcuts to each of them. Now, first of all, we actually have the chess puzzle. Now, for anyone that doesn't know how to play chess, this may be a little bit of a problem. However, what you need to do is checkmate the king inside 2 moves. So if you move the queen where I just did, take the pawn, then you're going to be wanting to take the pawn in front of the black king once again, and then that means you have done checkmate and you passed that little puzzle. Now, you do actually get to fail it, I believe up to 2 times. You get a little life point counter if you talk to the statue here, tell you need to win the puzzle inside 2 moves as well, so that's kind of cool. That's actually one of the easiest puzzles here. So now if we're back in a room and we are facing the door, on your left is a little passageway. Now, this was actually a little bit tricksy. It took me a little bit of a while to understand exactly how to solve it. To save you some time, what you're going to need to do is have any character with remove curse. There is an object in the room that is cursed. If you remove the curse, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier for you. So if we come in, you'll be able to read each of the portraits around the room. Now, each of those portraits do tell a story, but that really isn't important for us. What we're going to need to do is find a character, find remove curse, cast it in the center of the room, and then that will remove the curse. Now, the puzzle piece here is you're supposed to choose the correct judgment. So if you go around and read the room, you'll find out the story. Then if you read the 3 portraits that are sitting by that altar, you can pick up the one that you think is the correct judgment. Now, again, to save yourself some time, the correct judgment, pause the video or skip ahead if you want to try and work it out for yourselves. The correct judgment is to send the man to jail. He did steal an apple, but he kind of did it for a good reason. Therefore, that would be the best judgment. He does need to be punished, but at the same time, he doesn't need to be killed for it. But once you place that picture in that slot, that will again pass that next puzzle for you. The third puzzle, again, is actually a little bit tricksy. It wants you to unravel a story, and you're supposed to chase down these little notes in order to gather certain parts of this story. So you kind of need to play a little bit of detective. At the end of the day, there are 3 targets. You need to eliminate the one that you think is in the wrong. Again, to save yourself some time, pause the video or fast forward if you want to try and figure out for yourself, is the furthest one on the left. If you eliminate that target, that is the puzzle solved for you. And there we go, that has been done and that is completed. As you can see, the statue kind of popped up. He's going to say what he's going to say, but basically that is the third puzzle sorted for you. Now the fourth puzzle is the hardest one of all. And within this fourth puzzle, you need to stay alive. There is going to be a torch in the center of the room, and whichever character picks up that torch has to stay alive for 4 turns. It's going to start a big fight. Now, the way I find to do this is to transform into another animal. Now, I'm very lucky. I kind of done the bad thing and I'm able to turn into an animal. You could also be a druid and you could turn into an owlbear, for instance. But basically, whenever you turn into an animal within Baldur's Gate 3, the animal's life points have to deplete before they attack your own life points. And if you're talking about an owlbear, for instance, they have an awful lot of health points typically. You then use your other party members to buff and to heal the character that picked up the torch. And after 4 turns, well, that's that puzzle over and done with. It is pretty easy once you understand how to do it. But yeah, stay alive for 4 turns, and then that is the final puzzle solved here too. And once all 4 puzzles are complete, you will be able to go down into the entrance and into the lair of the Undead Dragon. Now, there is a little bit of story here, so we're not going to try and spoil it too much. But it's a little bit of history between the dragon and, of course, your friend. This is also story related, so I wouldn't necessarily go ahead and rush this fight. Just a little FYI for you, but if we go and have a look at this dragon and his stats, he is very formidable. This is quite a tough fight. I actually have people within the Baldur's Gate 3 Facebook group that's saying that they have redone this fight after fight, and he's just absolutely KOing everyone. As you can see, he has a massive health pool. He's immune to a few different things as well. And he's an actual git, to be fair. Be very careful of his ultimate attack as well. It can 1 KO your people, have lots of revivifiers, and have a little bit of luck, and perhaps you will get there in the end. But let me know down in the comments if you managed to kill this dragon and what you thought of this task. If this video helped you out in any way, shape or form, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I've been a monk who's been critically curious, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.